right, just getting some gloves on real quick. Now I'll show you guys what I've been working on. Just a second. I hope everyone had a good day. I'm just getting some gloves on. So I did paint a couple of backgrounds, and these will be for the, it's still a little bit wet, so hopefully here in a few it'll be dry, but it's for like the mermaids and the seahorses and the coral and all that. So I got a couple of those painted up. And so we'll work on that in a minute. But let me move those out of the way. Let me get this out of the way to dry, hopefully by the time we're ready for it here in a few. And so I have a bunch of 8x8 canvases. I need to pour on these with some really like light, mellow colors, because when I've cut out all these cutouts, I have all these bright colored cutouts that I need to get on kind of a mellow, lighter colored background. So that's what I'm going to be working on here. Is these are 8x8 canvases. So I've got some white. And I'm just going to use the same cup for a bunch of canvases because they'll all be the same colors. And some real light blue. And just a tad bit darker, darker of a blue. That one just wanted to go everywhere on us. And I am going to put just a little bit of ultramarine blue. But this will mainly be real light colors, but just a little bit of pop of a little bit darker blue. And this will be mainly backgrounds for undersea scenes that I'm doing. And some of the Key West. Then I'm going to put some bunch more white in there. Quite a bit of white, actually. Okay. Push these all to the side a bit. Okay, I'm just going to do a dirty pour on this. And these are real light colors. This is going to be for backgrounds for the undersea collages that I'm doing. Hey, Artsy Studios, how are you doing? H7, how are you doing? Set that aside. So I'm just doing some really light colors, and these are for the backgrounds for all the cutouts that I have cut out. I've realized I need some more lighter, mellow backgrounds because they're too busy on the real bright colored backgrounds that I have. So that's what I'm currently working on here. And I did paint a couple of them. I'll show you in just a minute. Oh, you're happy I'm live. Awesome. Yeah, I'm going to try to do a few more evening lives. I should be on. I'm hoping to be on for about an hour and a half tonight. All right. I think that'll make a nice background, a little bit lighter, mellower. Let me just give it a quick torch. All right. as well as I did just paint a couple of backgrounds as well. So this is still a little bit tacky. It's got to dry a little bit. And then I will be collaging some of the cutouts on here. But I'm going to wait about a half hour, 45 minutes. Hopefully they'll dry a little bit more. And then these backgrounds, they'll take about a week and a half to dry. And then in about a week and a half, I will be able to collage on them. So yeah, I'm going to get this one, all the edges, make sure I have all the edges, and then I'm going to get it set aside. Okay. Looks like I've got all the edges on that. I'm not real sure how I'm going to reach this. Okay, next one. Same thing, just an 8x8 canvas, and we're going to do the same colors. Bunch of white. Some of that sea foam. Key West. A little bit of ultramarine blue. Sky blue. And then this is just a blue I kind of made up. It's about 3 or 4 different blues in with some bunch of white. And a bunch more white in there. So Artsy Studios, I believe, is Dina Tollefson doing the first page of your worldwide sketchbook tour, or who's starting it off? That'll be super fun. And then Artsy Studios, are you doing the turquoise challenge, the turquoise collaboration with Dina as well? Are you going to do an H7? Because I know you did the other one, the green gold challenge. Yeah, Mike should be able to join us most of the time tonight. He's home, so that's awesome. Usually he's at work, so he's can only kind of pop in and out. So it's kind of nice evening. He's home, so. Yeah, Dina Tollefson, same amazing artist that did the green gold challenge. She's doing a turquoise challenge, and that one's to be submitted on July 26th. And so I've been working on mine for that. Just kind of getting that a little bit more to the, not the center, but just kind of a nice orientation there. Oh, okay. So Dina has already filled her page in. I believe her mom, Helen Schaefer, is she doing the second page? The second page already filled in. And so then it's Artsy, Diana. So who is after Diana? I'm just curious. Oh yeah, you're doing the last page, and then it's gonna go to charity. That'll be awesome. I think that's such a neat idea. Awesome idea. So these will be all, most of them are going to end up to be backgrounds. So far I'm really liking the nice mellow light blues. I'm just reaching for the next one. All right, so the next one we're going to do the same colors. I'm just going to add gold. Oh, no charity has been chosen yet. I was wondering about that. Awesome. All right. Do you guys have any ideas for charities just yet? There's so many charities to choose from. I'm sure it's hard to choose. So I'm just doing the same colors: ultramarine blue, seafoam, Key West, sky blue. The only addition on this one is going to be this gold right here. Otherwise, it's going to be the same colors. And then I got the first coat on a gold background. I need another coat, put another coat on this. I'm just using up some failed pours that I did. But I was working on getting some backgrounds done for all these collage pieces I've done. I have a Cricut machine that I've cut the collage pieces on. And for this, the only color that has silicone is the ultramarine blue, the little bit darker blue. And you're going to do the turquoise challenge. That's awesome. Super fun. Those challenges are all very fun. Sorry, just concentrating a little, making sure I'm not making too big of a mess. Today went by quick. I was live for just a few minutes this morning, and then I did all kinds of stuff around the house and ran some errands, and it went by quick. It was one of those type of days that just went by quick. So what did you guys do today? And did your day go quickly for you or long day? I sent a couple more emails for some potential art sales, some outdoor markets in August. So that'll be very fun. So sent the emails. So we'll see. I haven't heard back if they're full or if they're still accepting people. All right. So I don't know if my chat is just not, is anybody talking? How are you guys doing? You know, these are going to be backgrounds, but this one turned out so lovely, so nice. I don't know. I might not want to cover that up with the collage pieces. I might just keep this one as is. It's very nice. That's all right. Oh, awake too early. Is it insomnia? Last week, insomnia was really, really bad for me. I seem to be catching up with sleep this week, but last week was my week with insomnia. Bad. All right, so last one that's going to be on the 8x8 canvas. And then I do have one tile to do. And we're still going with those same colors. Actually, you know what? I should get a little bit brighter in here. There we go. It's a little bit brighter. Let me remind myself what I even have in there. Let's get a bunch of white. All right. Hey, Art That Heals Stephanie. Awesome. Welcome. How are you doing? Thank you for coming. I'm just doing some dirty pours on 8x8 canvases with fluid acrylics. I've got just a variety of lighter blues and a little bit of gold and white. Hey, Elf Lord's Journeys. Welcome. Yeah, I haven't seen you here in a little while. How have you been? You've been busy creating stuff, some new watercolors, or what have you been creating? Yeah, it's been a long time. I think I usually am streaming a lot of times during the daytime. So a lot of people, are at work or busy doing stuff. So hopefully this is a good time of the day so a few people can pop in that maybe haven't been in for a little while. Awesome. I'm trying to somewhat keep these, but it's looking like I'm probably not going to, unless I pour a little bit more. You've been working on watercolors, colored pencil sketches. Awesome. I have gotten so behind on checking out everybody else's videos. So I will have to check it out. Check out your videos. I have gotten behind on your Watercolor Wednesday videos. Just getting a little bit more paint on here so I don't lose all these cells here. Oh, you have a pretty strange work schedule. Well, I work from home, so I'm going to try to get on here to give everybody a chance with different work schedules, different schedules to come in and say hi. So I'm glad that you were able to stop in with your schedule. Just getting the edges here, making sure it's completely covered. Getting it. All right. Yeah, there are so many channels. It's so easy to get behind. That is true. I last weekend I had a pretty large art sale. So that is actually what took a lot of my time recently. And so now that is done and over with. And so I'm kind of slowly catching up on everything. That one will make a great background. There's a couple of them that I'm like, oh, that turned out so nice. I don't want to do a background, but this one will make a great background. Yes, Dina's turquoise collaboration. I am. We were just talking about that. Are you going to do it, A Floyd's Journey? Yes, I can't wait. I did the last one, the green gold challenge, and that was super fun. So I'm setting that one aside, and I'm going to pull this one over. So this one is a 9 by 13 tile, and it's just too busy, too much. I don't really like how this one turned out, so I am going to pour over the top of it. Awesome, you're going to do it as well. Sorry about the autofocus. I'm not sure. I've turned it off. Some white. And then this is the last pour I'm going to do. I am going to do some of the papers and show you guys some other projects I'm working on. Oh, awesome. You met a lot of new people through Dina. That's so awesome. She has an awesome art community. I've met a lot of people over there in her chats and through the Green Gold Challenge. So that's awesome. Yeah. And in case you guys are wondering, we're talking about Dina Tollefson. And she has, she's just an amazing artist, super, super talented. And she has a challenge coming up. And you just have to use the color turquoise. And she is on July 26th. Everybody loads up the video. And you just use the hashtag turquoise challenge. And then she'll make a playlist and everything. So that's what we were talking about, in case anybody's wondering. Oh, you're going to redo your green gold challenge. You didn't like yours? Oh, I'm sure it's just fine. But I understand how it is. We're always, I'm always super critical of my stuff. Like this last weekend, I had the art sale. There's a lot of stuff that I almost didn't even take because I was super critical and I'm like, no, I don't like that. And those are the things that sold. So, I mean, I'm glad I brought a lot of it. Hey, Jasmine's Entertaining. Welcome. How are you doing? I believe I met you just earlier today, actually, over maybe Ralph's Trucking, or I believe it was in Ralph's Trucking. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, Ralph is a great guy. Well, thank you. Awesome. Yes. He was hot earlier. He has no air conditioning right now. So I believe it was about 90 in his truck earlier. He was very, very hot. A lot of great channels, so many great channels. Mike is my husband. He doesn't have any content right now. I keep trying to talk him into putting a couple videos up, but eventually he will. He's super busy usually working. He happens to be home right now, but thank you for joining his channel. He's we'll talk him into getting some content on there one of these days. He'll more than likely put some fishing videos eventually. Just trying to pay attention to this paint here. All right. And get set back down there. Yeah, there's some great channels in here, definitely. The Artsy Studios, Elf Lord's Journeys, some great art creative channels in here. The weather in the Northwest right now is actually beautiful. We're having a strange summer. I'm in Washington State. It's just we have not had very much warm weather. It has been very mild. When we're looking at the weather just a few minutes ago, actually, Mike and I were looking at the weather, and it's looking like this whole next week is going to be like 70, 72. Very mild, not very hot at all. Yeah, Mike said, he says it's warmer in Alaska right now than it is here. So it's just interesting. But I'm not complaining. It's been nice. It's been great. But it's kind of surprising. It doesn't feel like super warm summer weather. It feels more spring-like. So I do like this background way better than what I had before. I'm not sure if you guys, it was just way too busy. And this is busy still, but not quite as bad. Oh, it's over 100 degrees there. All right. Yeah, I don't like the hot weather, so I would melt. You're in Arizona. Okay, yeah. You guys get hot down there. June was cool, 80s, but now it's in the 90s all week here. Okay. So, it's pretty cool weather pretty much everywhere except for the southern part of the country. Okay, I'm going to move this one aside, and I'm going to do a few of the papers, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about here. Okay, so and I only have grabbed a few paints here. I don't have all my colors. Gotta get that out of the way. Wipe my hands off real quick. Yeah, Arizona is nice in the winter, but not so much in the summer. Way too hot. I would melt. Yeah, Jasmine, I think I was supported your channel earlier. I was checking out your channel. But all right, so what I've got here is just photo paper. And I've been making, let me show you. I've got a Cricut machine. And then I cut out, here is like the Seattle off of the photo papers that dried a couple weeks ago. And here's like one of the papers that I haven't cut up yet. So that's what I'm about to do here, is make some of the really lighter blue ones. So I just put, and this is fluid acrylic, so it's acrylic paint that I have mixed a pouring medium in it. And that's what makes it kind of fluid and able to do this. And then I have silicone oil in only my ultramarine blue. And I'll show you which one, this one here. All right, now just this blue. And then what I'm going to do is squish the two pieces of paper together. And once it's all dry, I can cut it out on my die cutting machine. Kind of squishing it together. And then I pull them apart. Didn't quite use enough paint, but that's okay. I can get it spread about. So I'll show you. I've been cutting out mermaids and seahorses. And this is with a die cutting machine. So I have a lot of really bright backgrounds. So I want to do a bunch of blue ones to cut out now. I should have used just a little bit more paint, almost enough. But I'm going to set these ones aside. I'm going to do a couple more. And I'm just using matte medium to collage them onto backgrounds. And these are just pieces of plastic to kind of protect my table. And it's easy to move them back and forth if I have this plastic. And this is just sea foam, a real light green. Some gold. And I can cut out quotes. I can cut out anything on the Cricut software. So I hope you guys all had a good 4th of July. We didn't do all that much. We had a good family day, just kind of hanging out all together, family. And then we went to our local park and we just watched the residents around there let off fireworks. And then also with the scraps, I can use it to make pendants and jewelry, and there's just so many things. I can cut it up into little tiny pieces and make mosaics. So I've been doing all kinds of stuff with this. All right. It's hard with the gloves to get them back apart. And I can give it a little bit of a torch, not too much because it is paper sitting on plastic, but at least to pop some of the air bubbles. And then you end up with, yeah, some boring areas, but some real nice areas that you can cut things out of. You have a event run all month of July. Reno is Art Town. It's all about the arts, music, dance, visual. Oh, that sounds so cool. That's really cool. That's awesome. I live just across the bridge from Portland, Oregon. And Portland has a lot of really cool art events and music events and stuff like that. That's super cool. So have you gotten to go down and check out some of the displays and some of the art and music? And you should do a video if you possibly can. That's awesome. Okay, I'm going to get this set aside. So I'm going to do a few more papers, and then I'm going to start collaging some of these onto the background. Actually, I'll probably do just these two. Then I'll take a break from that and collage a little bit so I can show you that. All right, I'm going to get a little bit of this Key. Oh, almost did it with the lid on. Key West. And I'm just randomly trying to get a little bit as even as I possibly can. Oh, you haven't had a chance? Well, it would be so awesome to see. But I totally understand. I mean, it was so busy, and then but yeah, that would be cool if you can. I was going to get a video this weekend at my art sale. I took a little bit of pictures and a little bit of video, but my problem was that it was always copyright music going on. So it's very hard to take videos sometimes of things like that at events because of the copyrighted music. And I was just so busy with customers and setting up and tearing down, and it was very, very busy. All right, let's see what we got in here this time. Reno is super, super fun, though. I've been to Reno a couple times. I went to Reno when I was 21. I had a blast with friends. Yeah, you can mute the sound out when editing. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I was trying to actually go live at my art sale, so I couldn't do it live, but I did take a few videos that I just haven't done any editing with, but that's, yeah, definitely going to have to do that. All right, so these, what I'm going to do, these will dry, and on the photo paper, so what I'm doing is on the shiny part of the photo paper. So then they dry in like a week, week and a half, super quick for a paint pour. And once they're all dry, then I can cut them out and make pendants. I can make jewelry. I can put them through the die cutting machine. And so now I'm going to show you guys a few of those. So I painted this background, and I'm going to get a little bit of it, some stuff decoupaged on here. And so I just use the Liquitex matte medium to kind of as my glue. Let me grab a paintbrush. And I always try to use the same paintbrush for my matte medium. I use the same paintbrush always for my gesso, same paintbrush for my matte medium, because these are not paintbrushes I would probably paint with, because it really will gum it up. You want to use a different paintbrush, not your best paintbrushes to use matte medium or gesso or anything like that. It'll just gum it up and really ruin a good paintbrush. You have special events all summer? That's awesome. I love that. We have a lot over in Portland, a few here closer in Washington too. But most of the art and events like that, you have to go over to Portland for, which a lot of times is really nice anyways. Okay, so I'm going to put, I just have a cup. It's got some paint, dried paint in it. I'm going to put some of my matte medium in there and use the cup to, so let me see. I think she looks pretty nice on there. And I have some coral pieces, some different little coral pieces here. I have all kinds of ones I cut out. And some more little pieces. Portland has riots too. Is that what you see on your news, is the Portland riots? Yeah, but that's okay. That's funny. I even have a little fishy. It's hard to grab with my gloves on. I thought about putting the little fishy down. Let me just see what all I have. Oh, yeah. And another little fishy. And I have this coral piece, but I don't think it really matches with this one. I think I'm going to set that aside for a different one. See which ones here we have that kind of more matches. I don't know. I have several different mermaids. I wonder if we should put more than one mermaid. Or is that probably good? Let's see what else we have here. I got all kinds cut out. Some more little pieces. And I'll get gluing them in just a minute. I'm just getting the kind of the placement down. Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with multimedia pieces. Super fun. And I do have an octopus, but I'm not sure if this one, if it really would show up very well. Okay, I think we have enough down to get a start. Hard to do with these gloves. I'm just going to take the gloves off for this portion. I'm struggling to grab a hold of everything. I think it might just be easier to do it without them. All right. So this is also upside down. The orientation is upside down to me. That's okay. We're going to make it work. So I'm going to start down here kind of towards the bottom. And I just take the matte medium and kind of just paint the underside first. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Looks like this paintbrush might have had a little bit of blue on it. And now I get this and paint it down, glue it down, do a coat on the top. This Liquitex matte medium, I got it at Michael's craft store. Always make sure if you get the coupon. It's kind of spendy, but if you use one of the 40 or 50% off coupons, then it ends up working out. It's not so much. Oh, hey, Monica. Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you for stopping in while you're at work. This is a few of my photo paper pieces that I've let dry, and now I'm just using matte medium to kind of get them down. Thank you so much for stopping by while you're at work. At least you're not driving right now. I'm just going to kind of layer this kind of on with the other one. And I am going to take it over the edge a little bit. And that might take a couple coats to get it to really go over the edge like that. And this will dry clear when it's all dry. No, not driving today. Working though, huh? How's the weather down there? We were just discussing how it's just kind of cool, like not very hot up here in Washington. Hey, Mr. Doughboy, how are you doing? I'm just doing a little bit of collage here, getting some of these. I cut them out with my die cut machine. I'm just doing kind of multimedia piece, a mixed media. My hand is going to be covered in the matte medium when it's done, when I'm all done after this, but that's okay. I think I'll bring this over just a little bit more, kind of layer it up a little. Oh, still with the office move? Yeah, that takes a long time. Yeah, it's much easier to do this without the gloves on. I'm glad I took my gloves off. I would probably still be struggling if I had them on. Just kind of moving and playing around with the placement here. Hey, Tammy Time. Welcome. Thanks for coming in. How are you? I think that's a new name to me. How are you? Just put a little bit on the back, and then I lay it down where I would like to put it, and then I put a nice good coat on it, especially with these coral pieces. It's got a lot of edges, and with layering them up, you want a nice good coat on there. And then when it's all done, after this is dried, I'll put another coat of sealant to kind of seal it up. Hey, Ms. Pariah, how are you doing? I haven't talked to you in a little while. How have you been? H7, you're still in. Thank you so much for hanging out. I figured you were, but you hadn't said anything for a few minutes. Wasn't quite sure. I figured you were. Thank you so much. I'm going to put this one over here kind of in the corner. So if you guys watch any TV, what have you guys been watching? We did not have Netflix for the longest time, but we finally redid our Netflix membership. So we've been catching up on a little bit on Netflix. I think I'd like to cut out a few more of these fish and kind of have them poking out and throughout there. Oh, what did you say, H7? I missed something. I was looking down, paying attention here. Did you think everyone fell asleep? You never know. Nah, everybody's awesome. Still here hanging out with me. I so appreciate it. Just getting a coat on the back, and then I can lay it down. And what I'm going to do is I'll probably cut out a few more a little bit later and give it a little bit more dimension. But that gives it a nice layer for now. But I think it does need a few more kind of coming up the side and just a little bit more layered. It's very just across the bottom. Oh, okay. So Monica, you know Tammy. All right. I think that's a new name to me. Yeah, Monica is another pour artist. She uses fluid acrylics as well. She's awesome. Yes, but not on that channel. Yeah, because that one's your work one. But you guys can kind of get the gist of what I was talking about, what I'm working on. And then I've been also cutting a lot of geometric shapes, hexagons and diamonds and all kinds of shapes, and also collaging those. That's been super fun. Got to make sure you get quite a bit here on these hands. They're one that'll easily pop up on you. So get a little bit of extra on the hands there. Get her laid down right. And then you got to get a nice good coat on this side too for the hands. And it just kind of all glues it down. And this is the Liquitex Matte Medium. Under the edge of the hair there, all the little fine edges that are trying to pop up. And sometimes you got to get your hand down there and get it really pushed down. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know Carrie's Chaotic Creations. Sure. Awesome. Shows she's her sister. Well, welcome. Thanks so much for stopping in. Is Carrie doing a collaboration? I haven't seen hers. No. I'm doing one with Artsy Studios, and I'm doing one with Dina Tollefson. But I had not seen one from Carrie's Chaotic Creations. Is she doing one too? I'll have to check that out. Are you doing, Monica, are you going to do Dina's? It's the turquoise challenge. So anything with the color turquoise. Yeah, you like this mermaid? Awesome. It's done with, I did fluid acrylics on photo paper and then cut it out. Hey, Foraging Seeker, thanks so much for coming by. How are you doing? Now I've gotten mixed media all over. I mean, not mixed media. I was reading your thing, but matte medium. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of mixed media like scenes. So this will need a little bit more coral to kind of layer it up. I think it probably needs a couple more fish and things like that, but not to overdo it too much. Carrie's your baby sister. All right, awesome. Oh, Monica, you haven't had a chance to paint too much. You've probably been worn out after work. After moving work, you're probably moving the office. You're probably worn out to paint. Foraging Seeker, yes, yes. Hunts mushrooms. Foraging Seeker lives in the Northwest, same as me. And yeah, we love to forage for mushrooms. A lot of us up here in the Northwest do. Are you enjoying our Northwest kind of mild summer, Foraging Seeker? It's been a very mild summer. Yeah, you were telling me about your living scenes with your succulents and stuff. That's awesome. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you. I'm going to actually set this one aside. I'm going to show you another one. I have another canvas that I just painted with a gradient. And this one's going to get just this seahorse right in the middle. So this one's got kind of more of a collage and a whole bunch and stuff. And there'll be a whole scene. And then this one's just going to be this, just the seahorse in the middle. And that's it on this one. Oh, yeah, Nate. Yeah, I've been following kind of some of the stuff going on with him. Yeah, it's very inspiring. He just keeps on chugging along. That's awesome. I'm so sorry to hear you're going through some stuff. Hopefully it'll get easier. Not exactly sure what's going on, but hopefully whatever's going on will get, you know, a little bit easier for you. Just getting a little bit more matte medium in my cup. Grabbing the paintbrush again. And I'm going to just get this one down. Yeah, Nate's awesome. Nate's a sweetheart. I've got that matte medium all over my hands. Oh, you don't like to eat the mushrooms. Okay, I didn't realize that, Foraging Seeker. As much as we've talked about it, I didn't realize you don't really. See, I love mushrooms. I love the taste and everything. And you haven't found a chicken of the woods yet, have you? You might like that one. That one's a little bit more, less fungi tasting. It's a little bit, I mean, it literally tastes like chicken. I know a lot of people that don't like mushrooms do like the chicken of the woods. But we find lots and lots of mushrooms, but mainly in the fall. We don't do so much mushroom hunting, mushroom foraging in the summer or spring. We tend to do majority of our mushroom hunting in the fall. All right, let me see if I can get this placed. I got to turn it around so I can see it for myself. It's hard to do it the other way, guys. Okay, now that I've got the placement